Hiring a new employee always requires an investment of time, energy, and money, and that's expected. What's often overlooked is what happens when an employee leaves and that investment walks out the door. Turnover affects far more than the hiring budget. It impacts productivity, morale, customer experience, and the overall stability of the organization. Understanding these hidden costs helps leaders make more thoughtful decisions about talent and retention. Turnover isn't just an HR concern, it's a business concern. When employees leave, organizations absorb both financial and operational losses. These costs go well beyond recruitment expenses and directly affect the bottom line. This is why retention must be viewed as a strategic priority, not an afterthought. Research shows that the cost of turnover can reach up to 30% of an employee's annual salary, and in some cases, even more. These costs vary by role, responsibility level, and industry. When turnover becomes frequent, the financial impact can escalate quickly, draining resources that could otherwise be invested in growth and development. One key metric organizations should closely monitor is cost per hire. This reflects the total investment required to recruit, hire, and train a new employee. For HR, understanding this metric is essential to evaluating how effectively resources are being used and where improvements may be needed. Not all recruiting costs are created equal. Higher investments may be justified for specialized or hard-to-fill roles. In other cases, high costs may signal inefficiencies in the hiring process. Breaking down cost per hire by position allows organizations to budget more effectively and make data-informed decisions. Replacing an employee requires far more than simply posting a job. Advertising, interviewing, screening, and coordinating hiring efforts all require significant time and effort from HR and hiring managers. These replacement costs accumulate quickly and are often underestimated. Once a new employee is hired, onboarding and training begin. This includes formal training programs as well as the time managers and team members dedicate to supporting the new hire. These efforts represent a substantial investment, one that must be repeated each time turnover occurs. When an experienced employee leaves, their institutional knowledge and efficiency leave with them. New hires often need 1 to 2 years to reach the same level of productivity. During this ramp-up period, teams may experience slower progress, increased workloads, and reduced output. Turnover doesn't just affect those who leave, it deeply impacts those who stay. Frequent departures can lower morale, reduce engagement, and create uncertainty within teams. Over time, this disengagement can lead to additional productivity losses and even more turnover. New employees often take longer to complete tasks and may be less confident in problem solving. This can result in increased errors and diminished customer service. In industries like healthcare, these risks are especially significant and can lead to serious financial and human consequences. Training doesn't stop after onboarding. Over the course of 2 to 3 years, organizations may invest a significant portion of an employee's salary in ongoing development. When employees leave, that investment is lost, and the cycle must begin again. Turnover also affects organizational culture. When employees leave, those who remain may begin to question stability, leadership, or their own future with the organization. This cultural disruption can ripple across teams and undermine trust and cohesion. Employees are an appreciating asset. The longer they stay, the more value they bring. Over time, employees deepen their knowledge, strengthen relationships, and become more effective collaborators. Retention allows organizations to benefit from this growing value rather than repeatedly starting over. Retention is about more than keeping employees. It's about protecting the organization's investment in people. Without intentional retention strategies, organizations risk unnecessary financial losses, cultural strain, and reduced performance. Prioritizing retention supports stability, engagement, and long-term organizational success.